I'm Brittany, and I'm going to show you how I make my do-it-yourself t-shirts. So first off, you need supplies. So freezer paper, you can get it any grocery store really. It's used to like keep meat in the deep freeze. Not cool, but it's good for craft and stuff. You need paintbrush, markers, Sharpies, whatever you want to use. You need an X-Acto knife. It's good to get a good quality one, so then it lasts long and works really good. You need an iron, cutting mat, blank t-shirt, some fabric paint, and of course, your stencil. Alright, so the next thing you do is you gotta take the freezer paper, make sure you put shiny side down. It's really important or else you'll fuck up your stencil. So what you gotta do is you have to tape your stencil to something and then put the freezer paper over top so that you can trace your stencil onto the freezer paper. So I'm just gonna do that now. And once you have that done, start stenciling out your stencil. Make sure you color the black. If there's any problems understanding that part of it, you color in the black. Alright, so got everything kind of drawn out. You don't have to color in everything. It's dumb to do that. It's a waste of your time, just as long as you know the parts that are going to be black. Next step is to... Oh, there it is. Never mind, I found it. So, I don't think I need to explain how to cut. Yeah, just do it. If there's any parts really close together on your stencil, make really sure that you cut it properly, because if you mess up that one little white part that you need, you could mess up your whole stencil and make words not right. So just kind of a heads up there. Yeah, forgot to, but you're supposed to take your stencil out from underneath. I wouldn't say throw it out. I'd probably keep it in case you have a friend come over that wants to use that stencil, then you don't waste ink or paper or anything. I'm kind of big on that one, but do whatever you want. Anyways, just keep cutting out the stencil. Alright, so once you got your stencil fully cut out, you need to get your blank t-shirt. Then put something underneath where you're going to put it. Make sure you figure out all the placings and stuff first so that you don't mess it up, because then that would have been a waste of time. Once you got this ready, take your stencil. This is why you need the shiny side down. Place it how you want it. Take your iron. Now, there's kind of a trick to doing this. You need to just set the iron down on, because if you iron it too much, it messes it up and it gets stuck when you try and peel it off after. So you just want to kind of set it down just so that it gets hot enough to stick. Make sure your stencil stays flat. Okay, so once you got your stencil all ironed on and stuff, you can take your fabric paint. The best is to use fabric paint, but if you don't have that, acrylic paint works well, but I wouldn't stretch the borders too much on paint because some things just don't work. So you don't want to do too much because you get around the outsides, and if they get soggy, it'll soak through and it'll mess up really bad. Won't be as clean cut as you'd like it to be. And probably the most important part when you're trying to make a good t-shirt, because I've caught a few people thinking that mine was bought, but they weren't. So pretty much you just paint that up. Nice layer, not too thick, but not too thin.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
The shirt kind of moves underneath, so gotta be careful. So once you've got it all painted, as you can see I've got mine done, you wait and wait and wait until it's fairly dry enough. So while we're waiting for this to dry a bit, I'm gonna give you 2 websites here. So my cat wanted to be in on this. So for stencils, we've got right here stencilpunks.com, well, .mattrunningnaked.com, and then also there's another guy on YouTube. His username is HedgeTV. He does a lot of sweet do-it-yourself things. You should really check him out. He's cool. So once you think it's dry enough, you gotta slowly peel, because you do not want any paint to drip. The words are probably the hardest part to peel, and the thin stencil parts. So you just gotta slowly peel. I wouldn't set it back down either, because it just might wreck something. Now, this next one's probably the hardest one I've ever made, and it's right here. It's the Rancid. You can see why it's hard. There's so many little dots, and it's so intricate. And then the backs just got rancid. I've also made Hypnotizing TV. Bomb the Music Industry. Dead Milkman. This stencil, just the stencil, took about 2 hours to cut, just because of the intricacy. And lastly, I have the Subhumans. I know I've made other ones, I just can't seem to find them. They're probably laying around somewhere, but thanks for watching my video, and get out there and start doing it yourself, because it's the only way to go. You can get t-shirts at anywhere, really. You just gotta buy blank t-shirts. I usually get them for about $3 to $5, so it's pretty cheap, and it's the best way to go. So thanks again for watching. Peace out.